Good. Hello and welcome back to Build Propulsion Lab at Devoxx France 2024, day 3, live from Paris. And my next guest is Alexander Schwartz. Welcome.
Hey.
Let me guess by the fedora, red hat.
Yeah,
I knew that it gave it away. Kind of gave it away. Yeah. So, Alexander, you mentioned that we are going to talk about Keycloak.
Yeah, Keycloak.
Keycloak. What's Keycloak?
It's an identity and access management system, long term, but it presents the login screen to users. Like they put in their credentials in there, username, password, maybe, does all the second factors, role handling, maybe, all the security stuff. And then once the user is logged in, they get a token and they can access your services, like OpenID Connect, SAML, that kind of token stuff.
Uh-huh. So this is like comparable to Auth0?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But the thing is, it's fully open source. You can run it on premises.
Oh, okay. That's the thing.
It's also very extendable. It's also, I think, a very popular solution. So you can write your own extensions using Java and to do the stuff that we don't do yet or that are very custom to your company. So people use it to maybe authenticate their employees.
Right.
So like you log in the morning, then have lots of applications in your organization and you don't need a password anymore. Then people use it to authenticate their customers. So there are then thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of customers. We handle that. And we also have the way that you can self-register for customers. So all this login form, register, sending out an email for confirmation, all this is handled as well by Keycloak if you choose to do so.
And considering that today everybody hates new usernames and passwords, probably integrates with like everything else.
Yeah, it integrates with everything else. You can have your social logins. You can log in with GitHub, for example.
GitHub, Google, whatever you decide to log in with.
You also can, when you're in a B2B environment, you enter your email address, and if you then have B2B partnerships pre-registered, you might be able to look at a third-party side with your company credentials, not with the company credentials there, but like you put in the email there, the Keycloak will know which company you're from, will redirect to your company, let you log in there, and then your company will send a token telling Keycloak you're authenticated.
It's just like login with Google, right? So you tap on your email and we will send you to Google to log in, and then you enter password, and then you get back.
Yeah, but then all this boring stuff that you need to do before you actually can start writing your applications, and then your applications will integrate with OpenID Connect or maybe SAML if you choose so. I think OpenID Connect is the more famous one or more popular one at the moment. And then you're good to go.
And it's basically the Java library that
it's a standalone application.
Oh, okay.
So it's written in Java. It's a standalone application based on Quarkus as our foundation, and then lots of Java on top of it. Plus then some JavaScript and HTML on top for the web device.
Right. Okay. So how do I integrate it? Let's say I have a website that I run on-prem or whatever. So this will be co-located like another application that I can install on-prem and then integrate it through APIs.
Yes. Then the API is basically called OpenID Connect, and that's a standard. And if you, for example, go for Spring Security or Quarkus, they all implement that standard. And then you go in and put the right URL, where to go to, which client or which application it is, like filling out a small form, I would say, or putting a properties file somewhere in your application. And then you're good to go with Keycloak, that your users that will access your application, the application will say, okay, you're not authenticated yet, I will redirect you to Keycloak. Once they come back from Keycloak, they're going to be authenticated, you will know who they are. And then the next step starts to figure out what they're maybe allowed to do.
Yeah, like authorization.
Yeah, authorization.
And this is something that you don't do?
We do it a bit, I say. I think Keycloak is stronger in authentication. Authorization, we have some modules you can activate.
You're going to permit, for example, permit IO.
Or maybe if you go for SpiceDB. Or,
and Opal.
But then you have a choice there. You can also send a request to Keycloak, and Keycloak will respond if that user allowed to do one or the other thing. That's currently a preview feature that you can use there. But let's see what the future brings there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So here you go, folks. Today you learned about Keycloak. What can we say? Do not write your own authentication. Just
definitely.
don't. There are better solutions, open source, free in Java. And instead, put your time into something meaningful, which is your application, something that your domain, which is unique.
Yeah, cool.
Am I right? All
That's
right.
right.
Okay, here we go. And folks, stay tuned. Our next guest is already here, so it will be just a short minute before we come back to you live from Devoxx France.